What happened to the real you? When a man puts a limit on what he can be, he has put a limit on what he will be. According to Myles Munroe, in the beginning, God created man by speaking to himself. He took a little bit of himself and put it into the first man so Adam would be like him and could share in his life. But the life God intended for his children was destroyed by their disobedience. Satan's deception and the sin of the man and the woman destroyed the relationship between God and the creatures he had taken out of himself. The fellowship of like thoughts and purposes was broken, and man's relationship with God became distorted and skewed. Human beings lost their potential to be like the Creator, to know His thoughts and see through His eyes. Through sin, our access to God was cut off and the wealth of God's secret wisdom was buried. The deep things of God became more than we could know or comprehend. Satan came into our lives to minimize, nullify, and destroy our potential. He has killed, stolen, and destroyed what God planted deep within each person. Through the years, the devil has succeeded in convincing men and women, each with a little part of God, that they are worthless, rotten, incapable people. But in the fullness of time, Jesus came into the world to address this very problem. The reason the Son of God appeared was to destroy the devil's work, 1 John 3:8. Jesus came to wage the battle of the caps, the battle of the destroyers. There are two destroyers in the world. One is Satan, the other is Jesus. Satan comes to destroy, and Jesus comes to destroy. Do you want to be like God? Satan is God's enemy and ours. He is our adversary, out to blind us to the truth of God's love and the wisdom that offers us hope. Myles Munroe continues teaching by saying, anything destructive, anything that steals something from you, destroys something that belongs to you, is from the enemy. He is a destruction mechanism that comes to destroy, kill and steal. But what is destroying? First, Satan destroyed man's potential to be like his Creator. Satan said to Adam, "Do you want to be like God? Pick that fruit." The man and woman already were like God, but by following the advice of Satan they were destroyed. Their potential to be like God was clogged up right then. When they failed, it was capped off. God's holding back on you. Satan continued to work his art of deception when he said, God is hiding something from you. He destroyed Adam and Eve's concept of God. To the man and the woman, God became someone who was holding back on them. Satan said, God doesn't want you to know what He knows. What do you mean God didn't want Adam and Eve to know what He knew? Adam and Eve were born related in spirit with God. God created them to know Him. Thus, Satan stole both man's potential to be like God and his understanding of God. Aren't you ugly? Questions you ask yourself every day. The deceiver also distorted man's self-concept. He said to them, look at you. You are naked. So the man and woman felt bad about themselves and they put on clothes. They tried to cover up their bodies. Ever since that day, we have become professional cover-ups. We don't like ourselves. We don't like our physical bodies. Yuck. I don't like how skinny I am, how fat I am, how my hair grows, how my eyes are, how my lips are. I don't like my black, brown, red, yellow, or white skin. So we try to cover up what we don't like. It is strange how we work on things. If our hair is curly, we straighten it. If our skin is too pale, we get a tan. We don't like what we are. Nobody is satisfied with themselves. We all walk around saying, why do you want to be like me? I want to be like you. We have become professional cover-ups. This attitude is from the devil. We can't just be ourselves because Satan has destroyed our appreciation of what God made. Our potential has been distorted so that we don't want to be black or tall or fat. We don't want to have curly hair or fat lips or small eyes. We have accepted Satan's ploy to destroy our esteem for the beautiful creation God made us be. Satan, who comes to destroy everything God created, has destroyed our concepts of ourselves. Because we do not like ourselves, we do all kinds of dumb things. If you love yourself, you are not going to lower your standards. You will not sell yourself to anybody. You won't allow anybody to buy you, you are too expensive. Come on, get smart. Satan also came to destroy our real intelligence. In the garden, a strange word is used in the Hebrew to talk about knowing. The Bible says Adam and Eve knew that they were naked, Genesis 3:7. Knew means they became physically, or sensually, aware. Their senses suddenly took on leadership. Thus the soul became alive without the spirit directing it. The man began to live from the outside, instead of the inside. Adam and Eve became aware of their nakedness. They became aware of the leaves that could be used to cover themselves. They became conscious of shame and fear, the things that come from the outside, from the intellect. Satan destroyed man's true intelligence, which is a spiritual relationship with God. When we are connected with God, our spirits can know anything. That's why the knowledge God communicates is not learned. It is discerned. The knowledge of God isn't found in any book, it's a deeper knowledge. Your real intelligence is not studied, it is discerned. Wow! Your real intelligence is not studied, it is discerned. When man lost his relationship with God, he became a victim of education. He began to look at books and movies and the words of others, what he can see, hear, taste, feel, and touch, to gain knowledge. Those things became our sources of information. When Satan destroyed our real intelligence, we looked outside ourselves to find knowledge. You'll never be anything. By destroying our relationship with God, Ratan capped off our life potential. He continually destroys any possibility that we might become more than we already are. He puts teachers in our classrooms to call us stupid. He sends brothers and sisters to call us dumb and no good. He gives us parents who tell us, you'll never be anything. Satan sets us up. He anoints your mother to call you a bastard. He sets her up to cap off what you are. Satan chops up your self-confidence and slams the door on your potential by convincing you that you are nothing. You'll never rise above your family status. You'll never go beyond the neighborhood took you. You'll never be any more than your mom and your dad. You don't stand a chance. The devil has been teaching and preaching that to keep us down. He is very skilled at this deceptive art. Thus, continuously grow in purpose, focus on what God says about you.